let's talk about taking control of your thinking so that you can create your reality in a positive way, because obviously we're creating all the time. Like, do you notice how you don't have to try to create negative things? They just happen. Yet you might spend all day long sometimes trying to create something positive. But because you're coming from a place of wanting and a place from narrating life, you can keep pushing it away for many other reasons as well. But you need to look at the way that you're thinking throughout the day. Your little imaginations, the little narrations that you have about life, like, oh, okay, I'll do this, and then, okay, I'll do that, and then this other thing will happen. And notice when it comes from scarcity, lack, things not working out, even if it's a plan that would absolutely benefit you right now, reimagine it. It really is that simple. Notice, okay, well, did you just imagine that you're going to have a certain amount of money for something? Oh, and then you might have to leave a certain amount of money out just for something else. Okay. Well, that might actually make sense, but stop yourself. Go, wait there. That's not the life I want. So in that same tone, not in a more powerful seeming thought, because the more you stress, the more you tensify yourself, the less it's going to work. Okay, so just in the same literal thought that you had about, okay, let's say this example, you could also apply it to weight loss, to relationships, to literally everything. You think about, okay, well, I have to do this thing, but then, oh, I have to do that thing because of some lack that you have in your life. Well, then just start reimagining it and think the same thoughts. Okay, well, in the money example, it would sound something like, okay, I'll put that money in that account there, and well, and then another payment will come in soon after, because they always do. And then from there, I'll be able to, and you just make up the story delusionally in your head. It really is that simple. You have to understand that the narrator inside of you is usually the actual problem and not the thing you think is a problem. So the way that you're just narrating about the problem, you're like, well, this is the problem. It's not usually the problem. The problem is the way you're thinking about it in your head, the way you're narrating it, the way you're trying to problem solve. In fact, your entire thinking is likely inverted and reversed, where you think, how do I solve the problem? Instead of, what is the solution? What is the life I want to live? And how can I show up and serve? How can I do good? But when you're always thinking of it from either how much money can I make, or how good can I look so I can impress, and even if that's not your conscious thought, sometimes when you examine yourself underneath, they're actually there, those motivations to impress, to prove, to please, they're there. And that's generally because as children, when we didn't feel the love that we really required, we took the next best thing that we could get, which was approval, right? And so therefore, it's so easy to build our whole lives on approval. Even if you had a loving family growing up, there's still times that all children experience some lack of love because, your parents weren't ascended masters. I highly doubt, if you're watching this, it's likely that your parents had a few demons, a few issues of their own. And children, we make it, all about ourselves when we're children, don't we? So what's really important is you take control of your narration, and every time you feel a low level stressed sort of feeling, like you're thinking about it like, oh, maybe I should do this and da-da-da-da-da, it's not feeling good. You want to go, oh, wait there, that's just creating the negative. Now you can reimagine it like I already said, then tune into the solution. You tune into the solution where you simply think of the solution, you think of what you actually want to happen, and you go top down from there, right? So yes, it does take actual action, despite what Abraham Hicks says. It actually does. You have to know how to have vision and action. But the thing is, everyone's going action first, and so it's not that type of action. It's not, okay, here's a strategy that worked for another person. If I follow it exactly, it will work for me. Not necessarily. Not if you don't have the right mindset. Not if it's the right strategy for you, because a strategy is only as good as the person using it. You see? So this is my invitation to you to really look at your thoughts, look at the narrator, change the stories in your head when you have them, and tune in to the positive solution and ask questions from there. Okay, now we'll talk about this more in future videos, so let me know if you want me to do a follow-up video on this and any questions that you have. So I'm Kai Clifford, your spiritual guide and energy alchemist, and I'll see you soon.